No gameplay here because this is important for me to note. There are 3 ways of saving the game. There's the autosave, which is very glitchy. There's the manual save that you use by simply pausing the game, going to System, Save and Continue, or Save and return back to the main menu. And there's also an option when you rest at the inn where it'll save, and that's considered an in save. Now, I want to mention that oftentimes if you try and load from a last in rest, you could potentially be losing hours and hours of gameplay if it's been hours and hours since you've actually rested at an inn. And since they tend to be expensive, this is something that you need to keep in mind, but once in a while, it's probably good to still have an in save. You see, what ends up happening with the autosave is it overwrites your manual save. You're only allowed to have 1 save, except for the in save, which is kind of like a separate thing on its own. And what's been happening is some people have been glitching out, going into places they're not supposed to be going into, or they're in the middle of a boss fight, they're about to die, and it autosaves, then they die, then they're stuck in a perpetual loop, and they're unable to get themselves out of that predicament. And basically, in some rare instances, some people have reported that they've had to go back to the very beginning when they were forced to rest at an inn at the very beginning of the game. So, once in a while, save at an inn. Don't rely on your autosave. Try to manually save as often as you can naturally. And just recognize that the autosave / manual save is a little bit wonky. There's been tons of issues with it. Like I said, with people losing hours of gameplay. So I wanted to bring this to your attention that as an absolute last resort so that you're not stuck like literally having to re-roll your character here, load from last in rest. You can do that from the main menu. At least I think you could do it from the main menu. I don't remember if you could do it in game. That's not even the point of this video. Keep that in mind so that if something goes sideways, last in is literally that as a last resort. And your autosaves do replace your manual saves. So be mindful of that. And hopefully you won't lose hours and hours of gameplay. I was supposed to summarize this video 5 minutes. My video is almost going to be just as long, but at least I got to the point pretty quick. Whereas with them, for some reason, they took like minutes and minutes to get to the point. Be careful with your saves. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe if you want. Whatever. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.